be doing so much and running, and it just really dawned on me. It's the man that my mom was underage when she consumed me. Anyone who'd have been older.
The big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. The trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right.
15 and 22. Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now I can kind of see why he's probably not claiming it, because it looks bad on his reputation, because he has a history. Like if you look at like even Beyonce, like he was in his 30s and Beyonce was barely 19.
Jay-Z's alleged son, Rymir Satterthwaite, just caught another major win, and things are spiraling fast as Rymir pushes to drag Jay-Z to court. This came right after a judge gave Rymir the green light to finally move the case forward. And Jay? He's clearly feeling the heat.
Well, how old was she when you were born?
15 going on 16.
And everything saying that they had met. Now, how old was Jay-Z at the time?
I think like 22.
He just dropped this odd statement, claiming Rymir's been harassing him for years. Now, Jay's legal crew is talking tough, threatening to expose what they're calling straight-up lies from Rymir. But here's the thing. Jay still hasn't taken that one simple DNA test that could end all of this in seconds. So what's he dodging? Well, it might go way deeper than we thought. Word on the street is the real reason Jay's been avoiding that test for over a decade is tied to Rymir's mom, Wanda. According to Rymir, Wanda wasn't even a legal adult when she got pregnant, and Jay was already 22. If that's true, it changes everything. No wonder Jay's been staying silent all these years. And just when you think it can't get worse, it does. Remember how Jay-Z barely dodged getting dragged into Diddy's scandal? One of Diddy's accusers said that both he and Jay groped her when she was only 13. She ended up dropping the lawsuit, but now she's back, claiming she never changed her story. She says the only reason she walked away was because Jay allegedly sent private investigators to intimidate her into silence.
In the court documents submitted on June 16th, Jay-Z slams a recent lawsuit that Rymir and Lily filed against him as just the latest in what he says has been decades-long harassment. The documents read, "The fabricated allegations and claims have been..."
Here's where it gets shady. Most major media outlets didn't say a word about any of this. TMZ? Silent. The Shade Room? Not a peep. It's like there's an invisible shield around Jay-Z's name. Go look it up. Try finding anything about Rymir on their sites. It's a total blackout. This whole saga has been catching fire for weeks, but the big celeb news outlets are acting like it doesn't even exist. Same stunt they pulled during that Jane Doe situation. Total silence. Not a single headline.
It's your father. I really do. And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. I could take me being embarrassed. Like this can't take nobody not saying nothing. Like, you know, it's not fair.
Just last week, a judge tossed out Jay-Z's defamation lawsuit against attorney Tony Busby, the same lawyer repping Jane Doe. And guess what? The press stayed completely quiet. It's like certain stories just magically disappear, and a lot of bloggers seem way too scared to call Jay-Z out. But there's one man who's not scared of anything: 50 Cent. He's been out here clowning Jay for dodging that DNA test. And now, word is 50 actually reached out to Rymir directly, offering his own legal squad to help him take on the fight. Things are heating up fast. Jay's legal team is scrambling hard, working overtime to shut Rymir down before this thing explodes even more. They've already started a slick PR campaign trying to make Rymir look unstable, classic spin tactics. But let's keep it real. Why is Jay blowing major cash on lawyers instead of just taking a cheap and easy DNA test? That's the question that has everybody raising eyebrows. Rymir is holding firm this time. And with 50 Cent in his corner and new receipts coming to light, Jay's position is looking real shaky. And we've got to talk about how 50 Cent is stirring the pot. He didn't just sit back and watch. He jumped right into the drama between Jay-Z and Rymir. His first move? Dragging Jay on Instagram, pointing out how Jay and Rymir look identical. That post went wild, racking up views and shares in minutes. But 50 Cent wasn't done stirring the pot. Insiders say he didn't just make noise online. He personally hit up Ree and offered him his A-list legal team to jump into the fight.
Rymir was shot at. Damn. Somewhere in September. He was in the parking lot with other people near where he's at living now. And out of all the cars there, his was the only one shot up. So we believe that was a nexus or a connection, I believe, between the case and what's going on because it was around the time.
And then he dropped a mysterious IG post that had everyone buzzing. A good lawyer knows the law. A great lawyer knows the judge. That one line set social media on fire. Everything flipped overnight. Ree's case had been ignored for years, brushed aside like it didn't matter. None of the big media outlets wanted to touch it. But ever since 50 stepped into the ring, Jay-Z's squad has been moving in panic mode. They're rushing to shut down the lawsuit and trying to tear Ree down before things really explode.
In addition to that, we've had people come to my home in the past, driving on the grass. We have people knocking on the door at 4 o'clock in the morning. We've been through all of it, mostly around the filing time.
According to new court documents obtained by Us Weekly, Jay just filed fresh papers asking the judge to throw the whole case out again. In that filing, he doubled down on calling this harassment, saying Rymir's claims are made up and have already been dismissed in multiple courts. He also claimed that Rymir's refusal to follow past rulings got him slapped with a contempt charge. But here's where it all gets flipped. Ree's former legal guardian, Dr. Lily Cole, a paralegal who's been by his side for years, is now stepping forward.
So this is a bigger picture than this. We want to try to make a difference with the Pro Se Act or the Legal Abuse Act, bringing new legislation and trying to sit down at the table with the lawmakers to make a difference. In addition to the fact, because, like you said before, Mr. Carter might not never do anything, and I'm sure he probably won't, but it ain't about him. This is about the system allowing things to happen that were very agreed and put our lives at stake in some regards. So I just wanted to say that's what another reason why we were still going to the criminal stuff for the second time. This time the prosecutor's office locally did get involved, but everything is slow moving and things are happening, and it's corruption going on. The law says in New Jersey that if the person who resists to take the test is presumed the father, that's what the law says. Here in New Jersey, anybody who don't want to do it and go away from doing it or prevents from doing it is presumed the father. So right now, he's presumed the father. He's not even alleged.
She just fired back hard. Dr. Coley straight up accused Jay-Z's legal team of lying in their filings and trying to rewrite the facts. She wasn't playing around. She made it loud and clear that this story was never some made-up drama. She pointed out that Wanda's signed affidavit, laying out her full story, has been on record in court for years and was never retracted. That same affidavit is what made Rymir believe Jay-Z is his real father. And as for that contempt charge Jay's team keeps bringing up, Dr. Coley shut it all the way down. She said nobody, not Rymir, not his late mom Wanda, not even herself, was ever hit with contempt in this case.
She's calling it a flat-out lie.
But here's the real shocker. Dr. Coley says the biggest issue of all, Ree's paternity, has never actually been addressed in court. No discovery hearing, no official ruling, nothing. She didn't hold back, either, saying these facts continue to be overlooked in the public narrative. And she's right. This part's been kept way too quiet. One of the biggest overlooked facts? Wanda's age when she got pregnant. That's the detail no one in the mainstream wants to touch, but it might be exactly why Jay's been avoiding that DNA test like his life depends on it. Let's break down the timeline, because the twists in this story are next level. Ree first hit the spotlight back in early 2015 after reports revealed he'd filed a paternity case against Jay-Z the year before, in 2014. That's when Ree and Dr. Lily Coley tried to make things official, but things got shady fast. Their very first complaint was thrown out almost immediately.
I'm not a lawyer. They try to use all type of things, res judicata and all type of things to say, hey, whoever was on his birth certificate, that was the, that was the dad. And that's not how the course works. So we did everything we had to do to, show them that wasn't. The person I was calling my pop took the DNA test. It was straight out there. Only other name was Jay-Z. They basically just sawed it and skedaddle. They try to use all this craziness to hold the case up, and I'm like, well, damn, if this was anybody else, I'm like, all right, the first 2 years
they would have ordered them by now. They do that. Especially, like hey, take the test. Hell, in most cases, you can start drawing child support, but without a goddamn paternity. It makes them want to come do it.
And Dr. Coley claims it's because Jay-Z and his lawyer, Lisa Fisher, allegedly brought false and fraudulent information into court. But Rymir didn't fold. He came back swinging in 2018 with new filings, this time accusing Jay of using his status, wealth, and high-level connections to duck that DNA test once again. And this is where things got real dark. Rymir kept running into legal roadblocks, all because the court was allegedly told his biological father had already been identified. But then, major twist, Rymir finally got his hands on his own birth certificate. And guess what? No father listed.
None.
Then it spiraled even further. Rymir discovered that certain people from his own legal team were secretly colluding with Jay-Z's lawyers behind his back. Straight up betrayal. In a sit-down with The Sun, Ree opened up and didn't hold back. He said the system straight up failed him. He claims he's been blocked from getting a fair chance in court, all because of legal screw-ups and shady backdoor deals. And here's where it gets emotional. He shared that his mom, Wanda, told him Jay-Z was his dad when he was just 8 years old. Wanda said she had a short fling with Jay back in 1992 at his aunt's place in the Brooklyn projects. She admitted they used protection, but it failed. And after that night, Jay vanished. No calls, no contact, nothing. He was gone like smoke in the wind. In 2010, things took a sad turn. Wanda's health started to seriously decline, and that's when Dr. Lily Coley stepped in and was granted custody of Rymir. But Dr. Coley didn't just raise him. She's been fighting alongside him ever since. And when she spoke to The Sun, she dropped a bombshell. Wanda was only 15 or 16 when she got pregnant by Jay-Z. And this isn't just some wild story. A lawsuit backs that claim up.
Done with. If it was anything, if y'all felt like we was lying, why y'all ain't dismiss the case with prejudice? Why do y'all keep having us come in there and file and pay all this money and keep filing for years? Why? If y'all didn't see anything wrong with the case, why is it not over? But the only thing I'm asking is, I don't want no money from you. You know, if you don't want to have that relationship, if it was true, that's just on you. You know, I'm just showing you that I'm fighting for what I believe in is right, and I want all the kids and everyone that come behind me. If you missing the parents, it's all about. Sometimes that's all you need to know. What your parents is. You don't need nothing from them. Close the book. It just helped me, go on with my life and just be straight. It's not like I'm looking for anything, looking for you to bring me up where you at or bring me with your family and all. I still got my own family, but I just want you to be like, just think about it. Like, we could have got this, over with, and through all this, I still respect you, even though I might not like you. I respect everybody.
I was gonna say, how do you view him now?
And it's like, and when I say I don't like you, it's not even it's just that I feel like, y'all sit at the top and y'all forgot where y'all came from, and sometimes you got to bring yourself down to the bottom. You can't sit at the top and think all these, I'm rich and all that, and if I go to court, this would affect this, and sometimes you just got to get it over with. If you believe this wasn't true, it would have been over with, And for you to let me just sit here and after all this, my mom passed away, and I'm not saying you physically, but dragging us to court and all that, not taking care of the problem, it's just, you let it happen. So it's like, you could have got this over with. If it wasn't true, we could have, I would apologize. Yeah, I apologize in front of the world. Hey, it could have been done, but obviously it's something you hide. And
Fast forward to 2018, Ree took his battle to a Philadelphia court, but what went down there left his whole family rattled. According to them, Jay-Z's legal team pulled one of their dirtiest moves yet. While Wanda was still in the hospital recovering from a medicated coma, they allegedly had her sign legal documents that swapped out Dr. Coley's name on the petition without telling anyone. Ree's side says this shady legal trick is what got the whole case tossed, and they'd never seen anything that cold before. And then came the real nightmare. During an interview on Hip Hop News Uncensored, Rymir and Dr. Coley revealed something absolutely wild. Rymir got shot after filing the lawsuit against Jay-Z. Yeah, for real. He was actually shot. But it didn't stop there. Around that same time, Strangers started lurking around Dr. Coley's house. Random people knocking at odd hours, hanging around, trying to intimidate her into staying quiet. Straight up creepy and threatening behavior. But Dr. Coley isn't backing down. She made it loud and clear. This fight isn't just about Jay-Z anymore. It's about a broken system that lets the rich and powerful bend the rules however they want. She's demanding real change, and she's not stopping until something shifts. Now, here's where the story goes even deeper. Reed didn't quit. He came back swinging with a brand new lawsuit. And this time, he's not just going after Jay-Z. He's taking on the entire New Jersey court system and multiple judges. He's accusing them of teaming up with Jay for over a decade to sabotage his shot at justice. In this explosive new filing, Rymir claims Jay-Z straight up lied under oath, telling the court he didn't own any property in New Jersey, so they tossed the case for lack of jurisdiction. But Rymir's legal team wasn't playing. They pulled up receipts, real estate deeds, and tax records with Jay's name clearly on them. That one lie could blow the whole cover off this mess. The complaint names 6 different judges who Rymir says were part of the cover-up, pretending Jay had no connection to New Jersey. He's accusing Jay of flexing his fame and cash to